What's happening, guys? You're joining me yet again for some more harsh Russian trucking. This is the journey. I'm currently I'm already on this particular journey. I'm down here at the moment, but I've still got all this to do. Let's have a look at it. This is how big this map is. So this is the route that I'm currently taking. I've already done a little section of it, but we still got all this to actually do. Just look at this, we've got to go all the way up here. It's quite difficult to scroll through this map, but let's have a go. We just keep going, we just keep going, we just keep going, we just keep going, and we just keep going. And then we have to catch a ferry from here. Just look at this. That's not the end. We've then got to catch a ferry and we've got to go all the way across here to this part of the map. To here. And is the journey over? No, we've got to go all the way around here, and this bit looks interesting. Just look at this. That is going to be interesting when I eventually get there. And then we've got to still go all the way up here. Now where's our final destination? Here we go. Are we there yet? This map is huge. Now sometimes on this map you will find the sat-nav doesn't actually work. In my previous video the sat-nav wasn't actually working very well at all. So far in this video, on this particular section of map, the sat-nav is actually working. But don't rely on it, because in my previous video the sat-nav wasn't working. There you go, that's the final destination. So you're joining me a little bit down the road, and we're quite lucky today because the sat-nav is actually working. So here we are, guys. We're in the little Scania, little white Scania truck here. Now, as my previous video, this is edited down. I'm just doing the voiceover on it as I go along here. This particular section took me over 50 minutes, and I expect this whole run to take me a couple of hours. So these roads go on for miles and miles and miles and miles. And this is the best Scania you can actually buy at the moment. Even though I've got that cheat engine in with all that money, it's not enabling me to put the parts on it that I want to put on, because I've got to level up, which is going to take me quite a long time, because the economy, what you actually get money wise, which doesn't really matter, but XP wise as well, it's going up very slowly. So the chassis I've got on there, if you look at them two axles on the back, it's actually this chassis which gives me the drive to them two rear axles, which enables me to get out of sticky situations. Now that depends on you yourself as well, how determined you are and how skillful you are at climbing them hills, because some of them are really, really tough. And there's been one or two occasions where I've got stuck myself and I've had to back all the way down. Maybe I've missed a gear and got my gearing wrong on the way up, and I've had to reverse all the way back down, or try to get back down and try to get my traction to get back up that hill. Future videos you will see that. I don't think you'll see it in this section that I've edited down, because I think it happens later on in another video, which I will put up sometime this week. So just look at this. If you notice the speed limit along here as well, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've cut a lot out of this. This road goes for miles and miles and miles, and you've got to go really slow, because you just get fine after fine after fine. And if you haven't got that cheat engine in, I've cheated and put all that money in, and you ain't going to make any money. I wouldn't have made any money on this particular journey, because no doubt when I get to the end, after driving all these thousands of miles, I'll probably only make $30. That's what the economy seems to be like in this particular game. I could be wrong, but on my previous video and on my little journeys, on my little runs, which I didn't record and show, I was only making like $30. So we've got to creep along here. and it's not as though you can put your foot down as well. If you try to go fast and you just buckaroo, you jackknife the truck. So you just can't put your foot down and go along here, because you will jackknife the truck, and there's always the possibility of damaging it. And that's another thing in this map. Right, first of all, even though the sat-nav does not always work, it seems to be working at the moment on this particular map. On this particular section it works, so it looks as though on some of the sections of the map the sat-nav works. Now what I have found is if you do damage your truck and you call recovery and you press the assistance button, what I have found out is the map, it just glitches out and your truck just goes into outer space and you're just floating and you've lost where you are and you've got to start again. So I try not to press the recovery button, so I try not to damage my truck, otherwise it's game over. There's an error in the game when you press the recovery. Just look at the fines I'm racking up here going along. I'm just speeding along, I don't care, I'm not going along that slow. This map just goes on for miles. There seems to be a bug in the game. It doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally when you press for assistance, if you're stuck, you glitch out. So try to avoid doing that, pressing that assistance button if you happen to get stuck. Just try and get out of the situation. Right, what we're coming up to here, we're coming up to the level crossing. Now I'm going to be a little bit cautious here because I don't trust this map creator. He's probably got a train which comes racing along as you go on the line, so I'm just going to stop and have a look. Because this is one of the most difficult maps that I have ever encountered in approximately 9 months, maybe more, of playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 and mod maps as well. Right, there's nothing coming, we're safe to go across. Now on my next video you will see something very interesting regarding mod that you encounter in this map. I'm currently in the process of editing that. It's the continuation of this journey, and you will see a very interesting section on it, and most people would have given up and gone on the forums and say things like, I can't get the traction, I'm stuck, and all this lot, can you change it, and everything. Well, I will show you a section where I actually got stuck, and I was literally fighting for traction, and I could have done with a shovel and heavy recovery. That'll be in my next video, so look out for that one, it's quite interesting. It's the continuation and follow-up to this particular journey. Hopefully maybe tomorrow I will have that video up. Who knows, I might have it up sooner. We'll just have to wait and see, depending on how much time I can find. So you can't actually come on this map expecting an easy time. It's not like any other map where you just follow your sat-nav and go to your destination, because sometimes that sat-nav doesn't work. We're lucky today it is actually working on this section of map, but this map, it's more for the extremist trucker, somebody who wants a sense of adventure, and you're going to have to, it's a bit of a puzzle map. It has got its errors as well, and you sort of have to put up with them and figure out ways around it. Like one such error which I mentioned earlier was the recovery button. I have encountered where I pressed the recovery button to go to the garage, and it's glitched me out. Now here's one such problem you're going to encounter. Loads of people complain about this when this happens to them. Here we go, blocked road. We've encountered a blocked road, guys. Now this map creator seems renowned for doing this. You've driven for miles and miles, and then now you can't go any further. You've got a blocked road. Well, this map is a little bit of a puzzle, and generally I've found out there is always a secret way around these situations when you encounter them, and you've got to go and find it. You've got to find your way around. Now first of all, I've just edited this. I'm going to find my way around. I did try to drive over them logs. If somebody is going to suggest you should have tried to drive over them, I did attempt that. I did try to drive over them. I couldn't. So what I'm going to go and do, my first attempt at finding the secret way around or an alternative route was to try and go along the coastline here. So here we go. So we're going to go and tread a little bit of water now, guys. Now just, if you just notice the sat nav there, it doesn't show you an alternative route. Loads of people complain, you see it on the forums, oh, you got blocked roads or come to a dead end and blah 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 blah. It's like a puzzle. You've got to use your brain. You've got to find that alternative route, that secret route. Now I can't go here. Look, he's put a log across there which is stopping me. Can I go around the side of the log? No, I can't. I've hit big rocks in the ocean. Okay, so I'm going to have to spin around and go find an alternative route. It doesn't look like I can get around this way, so here we go. Let me just spin it around and go find that alternative route. So coming along the coastline was my second choice to try and get around it. First of all, you didn't actually see me do it. I did try to drive over them logs, which was an epic failure. I've now tried to go along the coastline there. Couldn't be done. So I'm off now to find the alternative route to try and find my way around them logs. Like I say, you'll see most people writing on the forums where you download the map saying blocked roads, they're all effing and blinding and they can't do it. There's a secret way around. Just use your brain. You've got to think about it. This map in places is like a puzzle. It's same with the steep hills when you're losing the traction. You know, you've got to think about this. I mean, there's some trucks which are absolutely useless and will not do it. You've got to think about what actual truck you're using as well. But this looks good. Let's have a drive up here. Can we get around this way? Is it straight up or the left? Let's go this way. Let's turn left. Now if you just look at the sat-nav there, these roads aren't actually showing up as such on the sat-nav. The buildings are. Got a rest area somewhere up here, I think. There is a garage a little bit further back, but the road as such, what we're on, isn't actually showing up. So this is looking good. This is looking as though it's the way around that situation of that particular blocked road. Is it down there? Do we go down there? Can't go up that way. Can't go right. That looks like it's blocked off. The left looked as though it was blocked off. And the automatic gearbox in first there, the wheels just seem to be spinning round. I have to put it in manual, knock it up a few gears and then put it back into auto for it to go. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's just spinning and losing traction in first gear. The automatic gearbox isn't very good at all on this map. I would recommend using the manual gearbox. But I use a sequential gearbox. I use both. I use manual and automatic because I'm lazy. I don't like changing all the gears. I only change the gears when I need to, which you do need your manual gears on this map. And on them steep climbs you have to get the run up right and you have to get the gearing right, otherwise it all goes pear-shaped. Now it looks like it's blocked off down the bottom there, so this is not looking good. It is blocked off. So I'm going to have a look this way, but this is the way I've just come around, isn't it? Yeah, that's the way I've just come around. Right, so I'm just going to back it up here. Okay, so like I mentioned, I have edited this video, and what I've actually done, I've just reversed, and what I'm actually going to do here is what you're seeing. I'm cutting across the field, and that's how I ended up eventually getting around. Yay, we've done it. Unbelievable. You've really got to think about it on this map. You come across blocked roads, you encounter the blocked roads like what you've just seen. It's no good going on the forums saying, oh, but can you change it and blah blah blah. There's secret ways around. You've got to think about it. It looks as though there's an awful lot of time and effort gone in to the construction of this map. It has got its faults, it has got its errors, but it's a really good map, and I'm loving the scenery. The decor on it is absolutely epic. It's really awesome, and the map is huge. Right, let's climb up this steep hill. See, I'm losing a little bit of traction here up here, but as long as I stay in the right gear and just thrash it up, I should get up this bit. This is easy. This is an easy hill climb, this one. The ones that are difficult are the ones that are thick and sludge, and you will see them in my next video. Or some of the really deep sludge, I think, will be in my next video. Look at the sun there. The sun's rising. Now I don't know what the scale is on this map, because a mile on this map seems very, very long. It's a huge map. Now I've edited this down. This run actually took me, what you've seen here today, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to come to an end here now. And but what you've actually seen here today, just look at that sun rising there. What you've actually seen here today, this particular run, actually took me 50 minutes. It's been edited down, and I'll end it here because we're coming up to 20 minutes. I'll try to keep the videos to 20 minutes, and we'll have a look at the map and just see where we are and how much further we've got to go. So let's get the map out. So here we go. There we are. You can just see me there. If you just notice, I'm on the left there. Not where I wasn't actually where my cursor was there. I was sort of left to the cursor, but we've got to go all up here. Look at this. This is still what we have got to do. This is the way the sat-nav's telling me. Now, there might be shortcuts and short routes, but I'm not going to try and go on the other sections of the map. I'm going to trust the sat-nav, even though I shouldn't. It seems to be working on this section, and it's putting me in the right direction. But it's all about exploring the map to me, this is. So then we catch the ferry and go down to here, and then we still got all this section to do. Look, see. Let's look at this, and there's that interesting section. All this to do. This is all hopefully going to be coming in my next few videos. I could do with a better truck, but I've got the money to upgrade it, but I'm not at the required levels to put the parts on the truck. So I'm just hoping this little Scania will complete, will finish this run. So there we go, guys. Just looking at this, it just shows you the scale of this particular map. So I hope you can join me again for my next video where I'll show you some more outtakes, an edited version of my journey. So thanks for watching, guys.